Let us begin with the prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We are truly grateful for them. Thank you for allowing us today to meet and share the knowledge with one another in this webinar. Today, we give you our hearts, our minds, and our souls. We pray that you would deepen our comprehension, broaden our thinking, and transform our understanding of what we are about to learn. Bless the participants so that they would be able to glean the vital information from this activity. May you bestow your blessings upon us so that after the webinar, we may go out and spread what we have learned in the spirit of your love and generosity. May we realize that this activity should glorify your name. Amen. If you want to teach people a new way of thinking, don't bother trying to teach them. Instead, give them a tool, the use of which will lead to new ways of thinking. A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm really grateful to Father Principal and Sister Headmistress for giving me this platform to share my knowledge. I would like to thank coordinators for their constant support and guidance. I wish to thank all the participants for their encouragement and for providing me with their valuable feedback and suggestions. I truly appreciate your support. In the previous module, we discussed Google Slides and its integration in the Google Classroom. In this module, I will show you all the nuts and bolts of how to use Jamboard. Google Jamboard is an interactive and a collaborative platform. Jamboard is like a digital whiteboard with cool superpowers, which traditional whiteboard or blackboard does not have. You can annotate, insert Google images, post sticky notes, customize background, and we can do so many things with it. It is great for interactive, hands-on digital learning. You can create Jamboard templates and assignments. You can do a lot more than just pick up a pen tool and write on it. Possibilities are many, you'll be amazed to see. It can be used in the classroom for all levels. I will also give some practical ideas for how to use Jamboard in the classroom. Today, we'll be focusing on how to create the teaching material, class tests, subject enrichment activities, multiple assessments using Jamboard. What is a Jamboard template and how to assign in the classroom? What is interactive whiteboard? And we'll be conducting a live interact whiteboard activity in the class as well. What is version history and how to share the document. Now, what are the benefits of using Jamboard in the class? It boosts student collaboration and engagement. Jamboard makes learning visible and accessible to all collaborators on the jam session. It's easy to present your jams in real time through Meet, allowing for easy sharing or making real-world connections. A jam can be used for a team to brainstorm and develop new ideas. Jamboard critical thinking and creativity. In the classroom, you can engage students in problem-solving exercises and interactive assignments, and the list is endless. Today, I'll be showcasing 3 methods of performing Jamboard activity in the class. First option is the teacher demonstrates the whole activity by asking questions in real time. Second, how to share a Jamboard assignment or template from the drive in the Google Classroom by making a copy for each student. And third, how to share a collaborative whiteboard in the live Meet so all students collaborate and put their ideas together. So let us begin. I'm going to share my entire screen. So how to create the Jamboard and how to, first of all, start with the Jamboard activity. There are two options. First option, click on the Google App Grid, go to Drive, click on New, go to More, and here you will see an option of Jamboard. Here, Google Jamboard. The second option and the shortcut is go to Google App Grid. Directly from here, you can go to Google Jamboard. Now, this is the home page of the Jamboard where all your previous jams will show. To start a new Jamboard, we'll click on the plus sign in the bottom right corner. There is a plus sign, and from there, we'll start with a new Jamboard. Now, Jamboard does have some similarity with Google Slides. In Google Slides, we add different slides to build a deck, whereas in a single jam, each slide is called a frame. And from the top here, from the frame bar, you'll come to know which frame you are working on and how many frames have you created. As of now, it says 1 by 1. So I'm on the first frame and I've only created for one frame itself. To create and add more frames, look at this arrow on the right side. It says create frame. So as I click, it keeps on creating the frames over here. So if I click on this frame bar, I'll see the multiple frames at once. So as of now, I've created 4 frames in this Jamboard, and you can see all 4 over here. I can even drag and drop to change the position of the frame. So just like in slides, we drag and drop, here also you can drag and drop to change the position of the slides. Then there is a plus sign over here. Here with this plus sign also you can add frames to the right or to the left. You can add the frames, okay? On each frame, if you notice on each frame, there are 3 dots at the top. As I click on these 3 dots, you can duplicate the frame. If you want an exact copy, you can delete the frame. So this is about the frame bar. Next is, look at the untitled jam on the left side. It says it's untitled jam. Okay. Just beneath the name, just a second. Yes. Just beneath the name, you will see undo and redo button. So if you want to recover your work, you can use them. Next is the zoom tool. If you want to zoom in and out, you want to see the detailing, so you will use this zoom tool. Next is set background. Jamboard has some preset backgrounds. The first one is the whiteboard, which we already know about it. The next one is the dots board. Next, blue line board. Blue graph background. Gray graph background. Blue board background. Blackboard background. And there is a wonderful option of adding an image to the background. You can upload any image from your device by URL through your web camera. This way, with the web camera, I can click my own photo and put it as a background. Then Google image search, anything from the web. Google Drive, Google Photos. So there are various possibilities over here. So you can add various images from the background. So I'm going to, let's search for a nice background. So I'm going to search for a nice background from here, from the Google web search. Let's say this one. So this is the background. You can also choose any background for your frame. Next, now I'm going to show you the tools with which you can work on this Jamboard. The very first tool is pen tool. This is a digital pen, eraser, select tool. Next is sticky note, add image. You can add image, shape tool, text box, laser tool. Let's discuss each one by one very quickly. This is a digital pen. There are various options: pen, marker, highlighter, brush. So there are various, so you can, and there are options of the colors as well, whichever color you want to choose. So you can even annotate on the screen. Then this way you can annotate. Now eraser tool, if you want to remove something, so you can use this eraser tool. Select tool is to drag and drop any element on the frame. I'll be showing you in a while. Sticky note. As I click on the sticky note, a sticky note appears and you can write text. As of now, let's say I'm just writing. So this is the text. You can save. There are various colors of the sticky note. You can choose any color. White color is also there. So there are various colors you can choose. With the select tool on the left, you can drag and drop elements on the frame. So I can even resize the sticky note to make it look visible. And I can even tilt it like this. There are 3 dots on the sticky note. You can edit the sticky note. You can make an exact copy by clicking on duplicate. You can even delete it. Next is add image. So add image. Now with this tool, you can add any image on the frame. I'm giving you an example. Let's say you are teaching young students about the computer. So you want to upload an image of a desktop. Just by double click on that image, the image will appear on the frame. You can even resize the image. You can resize as per your need, and then using sticky notes, you can even label them like you are teaching in the class. So you can even label these using the sticky notes. I'm just giving an example. Let's say monitor. I can use different colors of sticky notes. CPU, keyboard, mouse. This way, you can even label using, this is monitor, CPU, mouse, keyboard. You can even resize them, make it a little bigger. So resize them like, so that it's visible to all. You can even use the brush tool to point out this is monitor, this is CPU, this is mouse, and this is keyboard. This way you can teach in the class. You can say, choose any background for your. So this is how you can even teach in the class using sticky notes, labeling the parts. This way it can be done. You can upload any image from the web over here. So let's say you are teaching about photosynthesis. So you can even get a nice image on photosynthesis from the Google web search directly within the JAM file. So let's say this is the image. You can teach directly from here. You can choose any background. So with the help of images also, you can teach within the JAM file. Next is the shape tool. Now the shape tool, it has got various shapes. Circle, square, triangle, rhombus, so many shapes are there. For young students, you can, use these shapes. Just click on the shape and you just have to form a shape like this. Then I'll just go for a triangle as well. This way you can teach shapes also. And even there is a bucket tool over here at the top. There is a bucket tool. With this bucket tool, you can fill in the colors. So I'm just clicking on the image and selecting a color. This is how, and with the help of sticky note, you can label them also. So the first one is circle. square, triangle, this way you can label it, you can resize, circle, square, and triangle. You can even choose a background, you can choose a preset background, you want to choose any other background, you can choose. So this way you can create the images. Now this image tool has one more, it can be used in higher classes also to create mind maps, to create graphic organizers, like in science you're teaching cause and effect, or any mind map in any subject. Like for example, I'll very quickly show you. Let's say this is the shape, and I can create a copy of this shape just by right click, duplicate. Right click, there's an option duplicate. So by just right click on the shape, I can duplicate the shapes. This is how you can create a mind map in the class. And let's say this is the, and here I can choose some different color for this. You can even select an arrow from here, select an arrow, and you can use this arrow tool to point out in a mind map or a graphic organizer. So you can see, you can just, with the select tool, you can change the position. And the wonderful thing is, I'll just make duplicate of copy of this arrow 4 times. So duplicate, right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate. And now I can start pointing out. So there is you can even rotate like this. From here, you can take it over here and you can rotate it like this. Then this one you can take here this way. This is how you can make graphic organizer concept maps on any subject. I can change the background. So here I've changed the background just to make it look even more presentable. Next is the text box. Using this tool, you can write anywhere on the Jamboard. So let's say, let's create quickly this mind map, trees, okay? So in this case, there are text formatting options at the top. Please look here at the top, there are text formatting options. First, display, title. Now here, like in slide, we have bold, italic, underline, and we can increase the size. Here, the options are slightly different. Here, you have to select from these options. So if you want a bigger size, go for title. If you want even bigger size, go for display. So this is how you can, and even the font text color also you can choose from here. You can choose any color from here. So this is how you can write. Now, for example, let me create a map, display, title, and it is like trees give a shade. So I'm just changing the color over here. Let's say this one. So this is the one. Now I can just create a duplicate of it. I'm just creating duplicate and placing it. And now I can edit easily from here. Please give us paper. You can even drag to bring it back to the correct position. Then oxygen, food. This way you can teach the students and create any mind map in the class. So just you have to make sure you can just simply drag and drop and change the position of the text. Next is the laser tool. With this laser tool, you can point out to any position, any specific position on the frame as you are teaching. So you can point out with the laser tool like this. Carbon dioxide comes in, oxygen comes out. This way you can teach the student using this laser tool. And you can point out at a specific position on the frame. Here now you see the frame bar. You can see we have created about 5 to 6 frames over here. You can drag and drop and change the positions of the frame. Suppose I want to put mind map in the second frame, so I can shift it over here. This way you can drag and drop and change the position of the frame. On the right hand side, there are 3 dots. It says more actions. Let's look at this. Rename the jam. If you want to rename your file, you can do that. Download the entire file as PDF. Suppose in the class you are explaining a topic using Jamboard and you've created 5 to 6 frames. All 5 to 6 frames will be downloaded as a PDF in your own device. You can attach in the classroom also. Save a particular frame as image. I want this mind map as an image, which I want to share with my students. So I can just click on save the frame as image. As you can see here, it says the image has been saved within my device in the form of PNG device. So this is the image. Now this is the image which has been created. So you can even download any image from here. Then remove. If you want to remove the entire Jamboard, you can remove from here. This is the 4th option. Make a copy. You want to make a copy of the entire jam file. So just click on make a copy and it says copy of demo jam file. So when you click OK, in your drive, you will have 2 jam files. One, the original jam file, and the second one will be copy exactly same. So you can create a copy of it also. Then the next is help and feedback. The last one is version history. Now, as you are all aware of version history, it is applicable when you are giving a collaborative activity, which all students have worked together, that you will. So when you are doing a live interactive activity in the class on the Jamboard, from here you will come to know which all students have participated. Then next is share. Share icon. From here, you can share your jam file with anyone. What controls you want to give them? You want to make them viewer? You want to make them editor? You have to decide that. You want your students to just view the jam file. Make them viewer. If you want them to make changes in it, make them editor. Then a short message. You can send the file. You want to send it to the entire class or a group of people, then click on the option, get link option. So from here, there are 2 options. When you make the jam file, I'm using my personal ID to create this Jamboard. If you create a jam file in your school domain, there'll be 3 options. Restricted, you can only, the people whom you have mailed will be able to access your jam file. Then the second option is St. Francis details. So those who are in the school domain will be able to access. And third is anyone with the link. And again, what controls you want to give them? Viewer of the file or editor of the file. From here, you can choose that. So now that you know all ins and outs of Jamboard, now I'm going to show you how creatively you can use these jam files, jam templates, and assign these kind of templates in the classroom. I'm going to the class, go to my classroom, go to classwork, create assignment. I have already created a template. From my Google Drive, I click on add first, and from my Google Drive, I'm going to attach this template, Google Jamboard template, in the classroom. So this is a template which I have already created. And here I'm going to choose an option. Students can view file, edit file, or make a copy. If I'm giving as an assignment, I'll make a copy for each student. I'll be showing you the template in a while from the student's point of view. As of now, I'm just showing you how to attach the assignment in the classroom, right? So just give it a title, Jam template. Right. So this is the heading. You can decide about the points, due date, topic, and let's assign this to the students. Now, I'm going to show you from students' point of view. So I'm going to students' classroom. I'll go to the class. Here, there is a notification, Nidhi Bhagra posted a new assignment. I'll click on that. The student will click on this assignment and will see it's opening up. So here on the right side, you will see it says Ayan Google Jamboard. Again, you have made a copy for each student, so it will take the name automatically. Let us open this template and see how it looks like and how the student will be performing on this template. So this is the template which I have created using the tools, using the same tools which I have taught you. Now, let us go through the template. In this template, I have created 20 frames. I wanted to include all the subjects to give you a comprehensive idea, but when you are creating template, you can take less number of frames depending upon the subject and the level of the students. Okay, and one thing, in a Jamboard, there is a limitation of making 20 frames only. So in a single Jam at present, you can only create 20 frames. Right. So let us begin. Now the child will look at the heading, whatever is your heading, it's a subject related heading, content, whatever you have planned out. Now go to the next one. I have included I've tried to include many subjects. So this is the question is identify the shape. Now the child will look at this. This is a drag and drop activity where child has to identify. So this is a square, child will, drag and drop, triangle, this is a triangle and this is a circle. Done. This activity is done by the student. We'll move on to the next one. See, I have created this using the shape tool, sticky note, text, background. It's everything you know already. Just creatively, you have to use it. That's all. So if you look at the next activity, which object are insulator? I used a text box here. I just tilted it. Then some images I have added over here, right? And here I used a white color sticky note and I written drag and drop here. Which object are insulators? Drag and drop here. So I hope you can just make out that this background has been chosen, preset background images have been added from the image tool. This is a text box, this is a shape outside, and here this is a white color sticky note. Okay, now let us drag and drop. Wood is an insulator, rubber is an insulator. So water is not an insulator, so the child will move further. Label the different parts of a computer desktop system. As I've already told you, the child will use sticky notes, can even write and annotate, depends. So this way the child will mark all the labeling the parts. So this can be labeling in any subject you can think of. Okay, next one. You will need to dash to solve this one. So unscramble these letters. Here I've tried to include a little bit of chemistry. So here I've taken the elements from the periodic table, the chemical elements and their symbols. But you just have to unscramble these letters. You will need to dash to solve this one. So can anybody make a guess? Write in the chat box what word can be made out of this? You will need to. You can write in the chat box. Yes, I have seen the chat box.
Think.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So the child will just drag and drop. So I can see in the chat box as well, many teachers have answered. So yes, absolutely correct. Think. So the child will go and will come to know about the chemical elements and symbols. This one also. What goes on forever? Unscramble. What goes on forever? Write in the chat box.
Infinity. No.
Yes, infinite. Absolutely correct. It's infinite. So the student will just drag and drop and here the chemical symbols are also written. So that's how I could think of applying chemistry into it, because organic and inorganic chemistry is just beyond, So next one. Then types of energy. So you have just made a template, question mark on a sticky note. I used a nice background, used an oval shape, wrote with the text box inside. And then on the sticky note, you have to write the types of energy. Child will open that sticky note, remove the question mark, will write down potential energy, can this way fill in all the, so I'm just writing, giving an example, kinetic energy. The child can even resize the sticky notes. This way fill the types of energy here, and we'll move on to the next template. Now, drag and drop, Vilom Shabd. So they will be all shuffled up. This will be all shuffled up, and then, so here the child will just drag and drop. This way, the child will drag and drop and write down Vilom Shabd. Next, identify the plants. So the child has to identify the plants. So this way, the child first look at the plants. The first one is aloe vera. Then child will see papyrus. This is papyrus. This one is rubber fig. So they are all arranged well. With the drag and drop activity, the images I have uploaded from the Google image. I've chosen a background. I've written the text box and here. So just created an activity, out of it. Next one, identify the monument. So again, I have chosen a background, added images through the Google image. Sticky note, I have just created question marks using the sticky note. So just open, remove the question mark and write down the Colosseum. I can even, the student can even increase the size. And this one, second one, Eiffel Tower. This way, the student will complete this template as well. Move on to the next one. Paste pictures. Now here, the child has to paste pictures of a proper noun here and common noun here. So we'll go to add image. The child will go to add image. Search for the images. First, child should know the concept of proper nouns. So let's say Amitabh Bachchan, proper noun. So any specific person or anything. So we'll just, I'm just click randomly. So this is an example of a proper noun. And then common noun, book. So you can just double click on it and you can place common noun here. How many images you want, they can resize the image and accordingly they will complete this assignment. Next one. Label the lobes of cerebellum. I told you this Jamboard, label the parts and all, it's very, very helpful. So the child will open this and write, just double click in text box, use the text box to write down this is a frontal lobe. This is temporal lobe. Cerebellum. This way the child will label, it's all done. Let's move on to the next template. Important features of a capitalist economy. So there are certain features, there are certain points which teachers are looking for. So they'll just create, choose a background, choose a shape tool, text box, and with the sticky note. So the child will open the sticky note, remove the question mark, freedom of enterprise. So I've done a little bit of research on each subject. Freedom of enterprise, then freedom of ownership. This way, the child will write down all the points and will go on to the next template. Now, this is a drag and drop activity. Find the zeros of the given polynomials. So here, move on to the next one. And let's say this one, you have to find out which answer, what is the answer, find the zeros of the polynomial. This is also a drag and drop activity. So let's say, let's go to this. The answer is 3. Here, the answer is 4. Then this one is 3. And here it is 2. Okay. So this is how you can drag and drop activity, and it's done. Child will move on to the next frame. Now I would like to talk about this Freire model vocabulary. I request everyone to please mute themselves. I request all the teachers to kindly mute themselves. Okay. Yes, I was talking about the Freire model vocabulary. The Freire model is a visual graphic organizer developed by Dorothy Freire, which supports students in defining vocabulary, concepts, or terms. In this model, I'll just show you. Basically, this model has, this is a type of a graphic organizer that uses a 4-square model for building students' vocabulary, concepts, terms. The target word is written in the oval shape with here. And the students define, they apply their knowledge and write down the characteristics, examples, non-example. They can use even pictures to illustrate that. So I have conducted many times in my classes Freire model activity, like I give them a topic parallel lines, okay? So they'll write the definition, they'll write its characteristics, they can then examples, non-examples. So this way, this activity can be conducted for all subjects. I'll just give you an example. I'll go back to the Freire model vocabulary. Let's go to the next template. I would like to show you. This is a template I have created in the Jamboard. Word in the oval shape, and using the shape tools and bucket tools, I use different colors and text box. I have just created this. It's very easy. You can also create that. So this is the Freire model template. It's basically a graphic organizer where you will be giving the word. Let's say you can give them any word like sedimentation. So you will just, in the template, you will write down sedimentation. You can resize from here. And then the child will work on it and write down the example, definition first, example, non-example, and picture for the word. So this is a different version of Freire model. Freire model has different version. Here I've included picture because we have an option of adding an image, right? So sedimentation, this way it can be done for English, Hindi, all subjects. Like adjective, you can just write down adjective. I have done one activity for adjective just to show you adjective. What is adjective? Its definition, example, non-example. Now it looks easy that, okay, it's very easy, but when the child has to think about non-example, the child should know the entire concept and then adding an image of that. So this is how I conducted this Freire model. Just wanted to show one, and one for Hindi also. You're teaching them a vocabulary, so you can even conduct this kind of Freire model activity in the class. You can give them as a template in the Jamboard, and you know, as a multiple assessment or subject enrichment activity or a class test. And this way they will learn about various terms, concepts, vocabulary. So this is how this Freire model can be used. Then, Kavita ma'am, you've raised your hand. You want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very nice to know all this knowledge, ma'am. But I want to know how we can type in Hindi, because generally we have a English font
I'll tell
and
you,
we
ma'am.
can easily
I'll tell you how I
from where
did
we
it.
can change the font, like
Yes,
this
ma'am.
only.
I'll tell you how I did it. So maybe it helps. I typed on the Google Chrome Devanagari keyboard. And as I clicked on Devanagari keyboard, on the screen itself, a Hindi keyboard appeared, which has everything. Like if I type in English, it will make a Hindi out of it. And second thing is you can type Hindi also, because the letters, the keyboard is a Hindi keyboard. You can try that. I myself did it, and from Devanagari keyboard. So just type Devanagari keyboard on Google Chrome. You will, and it has all matras, bindus, chand bindu, everything it has. Adha, akshar, pura akshar, everything it has, ma'am. So I did it from there, from
Thank you, ma'am.
Devanagari keyboard.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So then the last frame, label the structure of the plant. So this is like my go-to activity, label the parts, label, drag and drop. And so label the structure. So the child will open this and flower. Then this is a stem. This way, the student will perform and label all the parts. After completing the entire assignment, the student will go back to the classroom. Done. All the templates are done. The student will go back to the classroom and hand in the assignment. So I'll just go to the teacher's classroom now. This is the template, And this is assignment I created. I can see one child has turned in the assignment. So I'll just open. Here it says Ayan has turned in the assignment. I'll see. Now, when you open the assignment in the template in the Google Classroom, here there is an option open with Google Jamboard, because you can only open this assignment in the Jamboard, not in the classroom. Okay, so look here at the top, it's written open with Google Jamboard. As I click on it, I can go to the Jamboard. It says Ayan Bhagra Jamboard. So here I'll come to know what the student has done. You can, go to, and each template, you can even put a tick mark with a red pen, correct. Then this one, okay, this is correct. Suppose any mistake is there, you can know this is not the correct answer. You have to correct this labeling. The spellings are not correct. You can write down the sticky note also. The spellings are not correct. Text box also you can use. Red marker also you can use. Okay, this is absolutely correct. Then this way you can check all the templates and you can, this is correct. This way, you can check all the templates using the brush tool, using the sticky notes. You can give a star, anything. You can add an image to it, give a comment also from the sticky note. So, okay, this is fine. All are correct. This way, the teacher can correct. And if any mistake is there, you can tell them this is wrong, this is right. And finally, after checking the template, you can go to the classroom and grade, add private comments. I can go to my comment bank. There is a comment bank. So I've already added few comments. Let's say, well, good work. I'll copy this, go to private comments, just paste it, then give grades over here and return the file to the student. So this is how Jamboard activity can be done in the class. Now, what we have discussed till now, we have done this first one when teacher demonstrates the activity in the class, like I'm showing the labeling and the very first jam which we created, where you are demonstrating the activity. You are dragging and dropping and showing them, okay, this is this, this is that. This is how you can do that. Second is jam template in the classroom by making a copy for each student. So we have done the second one also. Now I'm going to show you how to perform a live whiteboard collaborative activity in the class. I'll go to Google Meet. This is my Meet page where I'm presenting. On the right side, there is an option activities. Okay, as I click on activities, there are two options, recording and whiteboarding. I'll click on whiteboarding. Now, here there are two options. First, I'll discuss choose from Drive. If any file which is already, you have already prepared some content and you want to, collaborate with the students, you want to show them. So you can choose from any that file from the jam file from the Drive. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to start a new whiteboard activity. Here, new jam file will be created and how to perform this kind of activity in the class. While I'm performing, please do not try clicking on your new whiteboard, otherwise multiple jam files will be created. So please do not try this activity while I am presenting. Otherwise, multiple jam files will be created and in the chat box, there will be so many messages about multiple jam files. So kindly do not perform this activity, just observe, like I'm a teacher, I'm performing. So this is how you also have to perform in your class. Now, let me set the rules first. Before I start the live activity, I have to, as a teacher, we have to set the rules. The first rule, don't annotate until you are asked to do it. Second rule, do not use any tools without my permission. Third, when I instruct you, then only you will start performing. And whichever activity I ask you to perform, then only you will start performing a certain activity. Now I'm going to click on the Start a New Whiteboard. As I click on Start a New Whiteboard, it says, turn the link sharing on. Anyone at St. Francis domain with the link can edit. So I'm selecting Anyone at St. Francis domain with this link can edit this file. I'm going with the second option. Okay, I'm going with the second option that, so I'll just send it. Now please check your comment box. Check your comment box. Have you received any message in the comment box? Yes, Libby ma'am has joined already. Jasleen ma'am has joined the whiteboard activity. I can see Rosalie ma'am, Sangamitra ma'am, Lisa ma'am. This way you all can join. Just click on the, go to your chat box and click on that. So we are all collaborators now. Yes, I can see many, there are total, as of now, there are 22, some are still joining. In the meantime, I'll just rename. By the time you all are joining, I'll rename live whiteboard activity as of now. You can rename as per the subject you are teaching. And if you're trying to, collaborate some content or something, you can give this. So live whiteboard activity, I've just renamed. By the time you all are joining, I'll start my work. So Google Images, the very first frame. I'm going to look for a happy smiley, resize, then sad smiley, okay, then excited. And the last one is sleepy. Now, all you have to do is on this first frame, pick up a sticky note from the left-hand side, write your name and drag the sticky note close to the smiley you identify with. Okay, just pick up a sticky note from the left, type your name. So let's say I'm also typing, pick up a sticky note, type your name. Yes, so Lydia ma'am is happy. You can even drag and drop and change the position. So I can just, okay, Krishna ma'am is also happy. Fine, that's good. So you can drag and drop and, okay, Lisa ma'am is excited. Sangamitra ma'am is happy, right? So this way you all do it. In the meantime, on the next one, next frame, you can work on the first frame. I am going to the next frame and giving a heading, features of Jamboard. Okay, features of the Jamboard. I can increase the size. This is too big, this is fine. Features of Jamboard. You can pick up on the second frame. I'm on the second frame now. You can first work on the first frame, then come back to the second frame. Then here I'm picking up a sticky note and writing any feature, like for example, pen tool is used to annotate. And please write your name on the sticky note. Pen tool is used to annotate. So this is one feature I know about Jamboard. So it's kind of a recapitulation we are doing. You can also write it. In the meantime, I can give a nice background. No, it doesn't look nice. So I can even search for a nice background, or let's give this background, features of Jamboard. So I have written one. Now you have to write any one feature of Jamboard sticky note. Okay, please write your name. Please write your name. Yes, if you write your name, it will be easy. So Sonia ma'am has written erase tool can erase the text. Images, Lydia ma'am has written about images. Image tool is used to upload an image. Libby ma'am has written, Jasleen ma'am has written about sticky note. This way, we all are just recapitulating what we have done. Please write down. Please don't annotate without my permission. So kindly do not annotate. Just pick up a sticky note. Reena Varghese ma'am has written, we can add images to explain a structure. Any other? You can write all the, this Third, I can even conduct a debate in the class. Okay, let's conduct a debate for the motion. And just change the position. I'll just make a duplicate of it, place it here and change it, edit it against the motion. So the topic is, should cell phones be allowed in the school for students? So you can pick up a sticky note, write your opinion. If you are for writing for the motion, then under the heading for the motion, you have to place your sticky note. If you are against the motion, you can write it against the motion. This way, you can perform this activity. Somebody has downloaded any image, that's okay, but you have to make sure that, so if, please do not annotate. Yes, this is the features of the Jamboard. Here for the motion, okay, no, you can give some reasons also. If you're for the motion, why? If you're against the motion, why? Should cell phones be allowed? So if it is never, then you are against the motion, right? So you come this side. Those who are never, those who don't want, they can put there, and they can even give a reason also. So we can conduct the debate in the class, like general debate. They can give their opinions over here. And the last one is, I'm just giving ideas for the activity. You can just upload your image. You want to know your student, they are not turning on the camera. So with this activity, they might put their image and you will, see, you will look at them. So just add image, turn on the web camera and put your image. Insert. So I request all of you to put your image. I can't see whether you are really attending the classes or not. So I just want to see whether you are there or not. So please upload your image. So kindly upload your image on the fourth one. This way you can conduct recapitulation in the beginning of the session. Summary, like we discussed the summary of the Jamboard. Social emotional check-ins, how you're feeling today, happies and all that. Then, upload your image. As of now, nobody has uploaded the image. So please just turn on the camera, add image, go to add image and go to camera tool. So I can see, yes, Ankita ma'am has uploaded her image over here in the school. I can see Reena ma'am. So you all can upload your image. So dear teachers, this way you can conduct live whiteboard activity. I just wanted to give you an idea. There are various options. You can conduct these kind of activities in the class: interactive assignment, label the parts, drag and drop, graphic organizers, debates, discussions, mind map, recapitulation, summary. There are so many options. There is a very famous saying, tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. So this is a very famous saying by Benjamin Franklin. You must have heard this famous saying. So you can spark real-time education with the help of Jamboard. Jamboard can be a game changer, and it is easy to master for both teachers and learners. Jamboard provides the ability to consolidate learning and create revision-based activities. Research has demonstrated that engaging students in the learning process increases their attention and focus. It motivates them to practice high-level critical thinking skills and promotes meaningful learning experiences. When teachers use activities that make learning and engaging fun, students are more willing to participate and take risks. Having fun while learning also helps students retain the information better because the process is enjoyable and memorable. By making your teaching interactive, kids can learn important lessons and Also, they can have a great time while they are in the class. Interactive learning also provides space for kids to bond with those around them and can encourage a lifelong interest in learning by making the experience enjoyable and engaging. Yet another importance of interactive teaching is that it helps students discover their resources, and they are also able to control their learning process to an extent. They can decide which way they want to develop and present their projects, and this helps them build strong research skills, which again will prove to be very beneficial. With this, we have come to the end of this webinar. I hope that you found this webinar informative and worthwhile. I'll be sharing the video recording in WhatsApp group so you can review it again. I would like to thank everyone for joining in. It was a pleasure being with you all today. Thank you all once again. I request all of you to kindly fill the feedback form and give your valuable suggestions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
Nidhi ma'am, for this beautiful session.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
Yeah, the creation of mind maps especially, and then the various activities which you took up, be it the Freire model or the little sticky notes which were very fascinating. So thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. If you have any questions, you may ask.